I've been counting down the days to see your face. Won't be much longer to meet me at a special place. Can't wait to wrap my arms around you. Look you in your face, tell you I love you.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Sheree Hicks, and I'm in London spending time with the guys of Making Moves for their anniversary party, and tonight was amazing. It feels like the DJs can really be themselves. It doesn't feel like they have to play for a certain type from what I'm seeing. You know, the DJ can play a little bit of old, something new, you know, classic. I've heard everything, like from the mixes that I hear to the DJs playing. People trust the DJs, it feels like to me here. They trust them to, you know, educate them on music.
And you were in Amsterdam for ADE. Tell us a bit about that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, I'm still stuck on everybody riding their bikes everywhere. It's like everybody was fit. Everybody had muscles and six packs. And I like sitting down at the cafes, just seeing all these different nationalities like get together. It's a little bit different in the States with the climate of the world today. But it was just a really good feeling going to all the parties. And I'm all about supporting other female artists. So I ran into a lot of them. I went to go support Tracy Hamlin. She killed her set. It was really good. I met Natasha Watts for the first time, which is great. I think a young lady by the name of Kai Fox that Terry Hunter and Chosen Few worked with. That was my first time meeting her. We're from the same town. So we were able to sit down and go back and forth about music, and it's just been a great time. Okay, so my relationship, like my real relationship with house music, it kind of began about maybe 7 years ago. I was in an R&B group. We were on Def Jam for a while, Universal. Things didn't pan out with the group, so I stepped away from the group, started writing by myself after doing some things with C&C Music Factory, which was a kind of a dance group also. So the bug kind of started there. But officially doing it and being an artist, it's about maybe 6 or 7 years ago. DJ Sean Ali from Chicago, which was a friend of mine before I moved away, he said, "You're from Chicago, why don't you have a house music record?" I'm like, yeah, I am from Chicago, why don't I have a house music record? But I didn't think house music was for my voice, because with me not totally being in it and being in R&B, I thought it was supposed to sound a different way. So Sean Ali sat me down, let me see some YouTubes. He let me hear people like Nathan Adams, which is from here. He also let me hear Stephanie Cook, which I love her voice. Mark Evans, Eric Roberson, those type of people. So their sound kind of mirrored mine. So when I listened to it, I'm like, this is how house music is done? We can do this all day, every day. Because this is my sound. So we started working on records, and one came out, then the next producer heard about me and was like, this is refreshing, this is a different sound. So a lot of them started reaching out to me, and here we are. Well, I started out mocking my godmother, who was in church, and I was about 5 or 6 years old, and I would just mimic her. And one day they put me on stage and I sang what she sang, and they were like, oh my God, this little girl got a little voice on her. So that's where it originally started. But as I got older in high school, I was called to be a part of an audition for a girl group. So it was like about 25 girls tried out. I was one of the first original 5. Before we moved away and started trying to take music seriously, it dropped down to 3 because 2 of the other girls couldn't go. And then the 3 of us moved away. We moved to LA, reaching out to different people at the labels, and they started hearing about us and hearing our harmony. We didn't have to have music or anything like that. And we got our first deal. I've written for Heavy D back in the day. I've written for one of the Blackstreet albums back in the day, C&C Music Factory. Terry Dexter is an artist from California that I worked with. Pure Soul back in the day, which is a female group. Well, when I was in the group, honestly, I really didn't want to sing. I just wanted to write music. That was my main thing, because that's the most important element of music to me, is that the message that you're putting out into the universe. And I tell people all the time, I'm a mother. I want to be able to be proud of what I put out there. I want, young girls to not feel a certain way if they hear something that I'm saying. I'm always writing, I'm always thinking, I'm always expressing my emotions and my feelings, the good ones, the bad ones. It doesn't matter. Somebody needs that message. Well, it was funny how we met. The group I was with, we were doing a soundtrack for something with Spike Lee, and the studio had different doors, and one of the guys from C&C walked past our door, and he heard it like, who is that? So this guy named Michael Bearden brought him in and said, this is a group called Ask Me, April, Sheree, and Kira. They from Chicago. They just getting out here. And we exchanged numbers, and we ended up on the song called Do You Want to Get Funky that they did. Do you want to get funky? That was me and my group on the backgrounds. So that was like the beginning of our relationship between C&C. We were going to do one song with them, and then when David Cole passed away, it turned out to be a dedication album to him, which is where the song I'll Always Be Around came, that Robert Clavillis wanted to do. They did a video. It was on The Box. Remember The Box? The video show? It was on there every day. So that's how everything started out between us. So I started my label, Chic Soul Music. And I started that because I wanted to know a little bit more about what goes on behind the scenes. With there not being major labels anymore, you have to take into your own hands. And the good thing about it was that I formed a relationship with Josh Milan, because I did a song with him, and he looked at how I operated, how I wrote, how the professionalism was there. He was like, you can have your own label. You don't need to sit and wait on anybody to put your stuff out, because you have all the tools. So he referred me to a lot of people that kind of helped me put everything together, getting the name together, the website, and I invested a little bit of money in it, and it's up. And I've done songs for myself first, just to see what it feels like before I involve another artist in it. So I finally got another young man. The first person, his name is Jaleel Meadows from Chicago, and I want to involve the younger people so that this music has to evolve. So I involve younger people in my label so it can move forward, because otherwise it's going to die, and we can't let that happen. Well, my bit of information for somebody coming up trying to do this is a little bit of hard truth, and the hard truth about it is it's not the way it used to be, so you have to put the work in. Don't expect anybody to do anything for you. Whatever it is that they do, that's the extra that you get, but the hard work comes from your own muscle. And be a part of everything. Now, if you're not a professional at everything, like if you're not a good writer, get with somebody that that wouldn't mind sowing seeds into you, to make you become better. Continue to practice on it and, just hone in on your craft, but be a part of everything. To my UK fans, thank you so much, really from my heart. I've been getting emotional about how people are really showing me love out here, and not just behind the keystrokes, but in person now. So thank you for all your support. I'll continue to do what I do. Hopefully you'll continue to support it. I try to keep the quality in it, and we'll just see how it goes from there.